Good morning. Today I am sharing my 24-week update on getting my hair to be thicker, my hair regrowth. I'm going to show some side-by-side comparisons, and I did take the pictures, so you have to take that into consideration. And I'm going to give a demonstration on how I do my scalp and how I do my brows. I'm also going to be announcing my two $100 e-gift card winners. And hopefully I'll have some time at the end for some chit-chat and a little reminiscing. I want to see how many of my viewers, my longtime viewers, remember something I used to upload pretty frequently. To catch you a little up to date, and I won't go back to the history, but I have a little playlist with 2 videos, and now it'll have 3. It's when I started in the very beginning, my 12-week results and my 24-week results. So I will put that at the end of this video, underneath the video, and also in the pinned comments if you're interested. I have used, and I know I've purchased 4 bottles myself of a very expensive hair thickener, and it's called Revitalash Cosmetics Volume Enhancing Foam. I've used this for quite a few years, and I realized it was so expensive. It was $120 when I started, and I usually got a 20% off discount. But I had a friend send me a brand new bottle, and then part of a bottle because she realized she could not put it all over her head because she couldn't afford it. But I had one strategic place, and it was my part right here. So I used it every day. I used several other things on other parts of my hair, but this worked for me. But 12 weeks ago, I started using Minoxidil, the Kirkland brand Minoxidil 5%. I would never have tried it because I heard it made your hair greasy. I don't like to wash my hair. My hair does not do well if I overwash it. I wash it about every 4 or 5 days. And I knew that this worked, and I was only using 1 pump 3 times a week. And I thought, well, I can afford that. So then 12 weeks ago, I started using the Minoxidil 5% men's, and it's a Kirkland brand. And it came in a bottle that had a terrible dropper. So I put it into an old Timeless bottle that has a great dropper. But I wouldn't have tried this had it not been for Elle from Elle is for Living. And I had heard that the Minoxidil made your hair greasy. It made it feel scummy. And I do have a friend that bought the foam, and she felt the way. She doesn't wash her hair. She washes a little bit more often than me, but she just didn't like the way it made her hair feel. But the concerns I had, Elle gave me some good answers, and I thought, hey, I'm going to try this. And I did. So what I have been doing the last 12 weeks, I was using a pump here in this part of my Revitalash, a pump down the center, and then on this side, I was using the Minoxidil. And I'll show you how I do that in a minute. After uploading the Extra Things I Do video, several people asked me to demonstrate how I use the Minoxidil on my brows. And if you want to skip this part, I will put a timestamp up on the screen. I do this in my dressing room sitting down. I just turn the bottle upside down, and then I take the dropper and I go in there with the glass dropper, and I try to get 1 drop because I put it in the cap lid, and I've taken the cardboard out of the lid of the cap. But I clip my hair back, and I just brush through my brows, and I've just been really thrilled with them. And I go over the brow hairs in the area that I want them to remain thicker, and it's as easy as can be. The one thing you have to remember is it can be toxic to especially cats, and it could be for dogs. So I do this early in the evening or late afternoon, and then it's had plenty of time to dry and not get on my pillowcase. And you don't need to mess with your eyebrows after you've done it. You want your face already be cleansed because you don't want to touch your eyebrows after that. My grandmother Rose taught me not to touch my face and quite a few things, and I'll put that video up here and maybe at the end if you want to see it, because she did teach me a lot. She was born in 1885 and I was born in 1953, so she was 68 when I was born. So my early memories of her were she was 72, 71, 72. So she was my age right now, and I think that's pretty cool. After you use this, even though I did not touch anything, I don't think I got any on my fingers, but I want to go ahead and wash my hands. Anywhere that the Minoxidil will touch, it's a potential to grow hair. So yeah, I want to treat it like a medication, even though it's over the counter. I got mine from Amazon. You can get it at Costco. I don't know where else, but you know, I do mine online. And I always have a clean, dry cloth next to me when I either do my eyebrows or my scalp. And you definitely, when I'm talking about brows, you want to keep it on your brow. You don't want to get it close to your eyelashes. You don't want to get it on your skin. You just need to be careful. You could use a spoolie, but to me, an eyeliner brush, an old eyeliner brush, and just that small amount just made it so easy that it never ever drips. Some of you that are my age will recognize Moon and Stars, the glass. I got this when I was 18 years old and barely 18 and a newlywed. I put a half of a Shiseido cotton in there, and then I just put my brush here and put this down there, and I'm ready to go. Nowhere on the bottle could I find that you could use it on your brows, but that was just what I decided to do. And I do my scalp in the morning. When I walk in the bathroom, I take this comb out of this chifforobe. I don't have cabinets in my bathroom. It's a chifforobe, and I have a comb inside the big door, and I put it on right on the lower part. So you see this hot pink comb, I can't forget it. So I don't do it right away when I get up, but I know when I go back in the bathroom that I will. That's what keeps me consistent, and that is the key to almost anything, is consistency and getting a routine. I put one Revitalash pump on my scalp, but in this video I just did it on my finger and I put it on this part of my scalp. I do that 3 days a week, and that's all. And now moving forward, I'm doing it, parting my hair in the middle. As of this day, I've started using 2 drops of the Minoxidil in the middle and on the side. And so what I will do, I'm going to follow up in 12 weeks. And hopefully it will do just as well. There are some side effects. Shedding, I really didn't experience the shedding. Itchiness on your scalp, some people can't tolerate it because it makes their skin red and flaky, but it didn't bother me a bit. Don't know if it will in the future, but it hasn't. On this one that I opened on June 25th, and I used it several different ways. I used it there and there. I still probably have 1 month left because I only use 1 pump. And it has a reservoir at the top that holds quite a bit, and there's a pump. So because I wanted to show you what a real pump looks like, I opened my new bottle that I ordered prior to thinking I was going to use the Minoxidil. And I've only used 2 pumps of that. It's never filled up all the way. So instead of dating it, I'm just going to put the marks on here, because I counted one time before and there were 288 pumps of foam. And I want to see if there still is. So if I do it that way, this will last 96 weeks because I'm only using it on this part of my hair. And hopefully I'll be able just to transition strictly to Minoxidil. Always look everything up. I mean, I'm just telling you what I do. And I am definitely not an authority on anything other than what I do. I'm an authority on my habits. I just think it's wonderful that something that is so inexpensive, this has replaced my Grande Brow. And Grande Brow, I think, is $70-some. I'm pretty sure I got the 5-pack of the Minoxidil, and it was less than $40. And there's no telling how long this is going to last. 2 ounces, and I got 5 of them. I use the Minoxidil every single day. I may have missed a day. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty good about putting that comb out. That's the first thing I do. I'm going to share the photos with you. I get my roots touched up once every 3 months. So I film this video that I'm going to show you with my hair in here. I'm going to show the comparisons. And I do that 5 days after I get my hair colored. So I filmed that several days ago because I wanted to compare apples to apples. I'm going to put one photo up that shows all three, and I know my lighting isn't good, but I think you can see the difference. So when I had my last appointment, it was early February. My hairstylist of 30 years, of course she would be, was so surprised at how much hair growth I had here. New hair here, this was stable, and this was stable. I mean, I always am having new hair. She just was so happy with it. You know, I film in the same chair with the same background. I don't have special lighting. I have, this room is big, and I have 2 ceiling fans with overhead lights and big windows. So that's the best I can do. Sometimes I'm kind of more warm than cool. It just depends on how the sun's shining. What I see is my scalp doesn't shine. My part is narrower, and just increased density of hair in the front, exactly where I lost it, and I'm really happy. I will continue the Minoxidil, like I said, in the center and on this side, and the Revitalash 3 days a week. I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with the Revitalash. I just don't want to lose what I have here, because I don't want to go through potential shedding there. I work too hard to keep that part as thick as it is. And I know I could use root cover-up, but I don't want to, because I want my scalp to be as clean as it is. That's why I don't use styling products. I don't want that on my scalp. I plan on doing a video at 36 weeks. If anybody's interested, we'll see what's going on. I'm treating this as a long-term experiment, because I do know if you quit doing what you're doing, it's not going to help. It'll probably all go back to the way it was. And this is quick, and this is easy. I don't know if you noticed, I use different hands. I work this in with this hand and this in with this hand, or vice versa, but I don't want to intermingle them, because I really want to see if they're doing what they say they're going to do. Now I want to announce the winners of my last giveaway. It's 2 $100 e-gift cards to wherever I can buy them, or a deposit to your Venmo or PayPal account. And I go through random comment picker. The word that I asked to be used in the sentence was the word forward. And normally when I do that, I always tell you something I'm looking forward to. Well, I wasn't looking forward to the time change. I don't care if it stays daylight savings time, or I call it God's time, is what I've always called it. I think that's what my mom called it. But I just wish you'd just leave it alone, you know. But anyway, I am looking forward. I look forward to every single day. That's what I look forward to. The first winner is Arlette Jeffries, 731. Congratulations, Arlette. The next winner is Vicki Hinton, 6026. Congratulations, Vicki. I'd like you both to leave a comment below, and I'll let you know. I'll give you the email address to contact me, and I don't ever put it as a link. I just I kind of stretch it out, because I'm afraid it'll go to your spam. Jim's pretty stable. We are pretty good about figuring things out and tweaking. We tweak this and that, and that's good. I really do appreciate your kind words, your prayers, your support. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to me. You all are the ones that bring me to this chair every month to film a video, and I just feel like I'm talking to you. I am talking to you. I'm talking to my friends. And speaking of friends, I have so many that have been with me. It'll be 12 years in May. And I have uploaded over 700 videos. And one of the videos that I want to ask you, I had a series of videos, and I wondered how many of you remember when I used to show you my hairballs. I washed my hair in a sink. I'd remove the hair catcher, and I would let it dry. I'd get the hair out, and I'd roll it, I think, 10 times around, and that was a ball. And I even had a poster board with, you could see how much hair I was losing. And some of you may remember this, and some of you may not. But a lot of the hair I kept, and I made it into something that the Victorians called a hair rat. And they would keep their hair, they had a jar, and they would, whatever hair they lost in their brush, I didn't do it in my brush, I just did it from the clean hair in the sink, in the stopper. And I just made some really dense balls, and I sewed them and put them on a ribbon. And whenever I wear my hair up, if it's not thick enough, I just put this underneath it. And look, my color hadn't changed much. I've always had red in my hair, and it's just pretty cool. But I didn't know if, I just wondered, let me know if you remember my hair balls and my hair rat. They did a lot of things with hair back in the day, from jewelry to, oh, all sorts of stuff. Those Victorians were very interesting. It is all good. I plan on seeing you on the last Sunday of the month, which is, I think, April 26th. But you know what? Maybe before, who knows? Wishful thinking, right? But I will see you in my next video. Take care. Shake my, I do my scalp. I'm gonna put little hash marks, hashtags, or it's huge. Well, when I had my, now I would like to announce the winners of my last two. It's 100. I wash it right before it gets dirty. I would wait until I get the hair here with this